All right, guys, here we are again for another haves and the have-nots video. Talking about something that I talked about briefly in my trailer breakdown. I did see a couple comments saying, why didn't you talk about Landon being hit by Charles? And I'm pretty sure I did in regards to how it looked like Charles was utilizing a martial arts move on Landon. But I said that I would do a video about it because really, I don't think that I would do an entire video about Charles hitting Landon without talking about what happened in the previous episode and the fact that the title of this video might be, will Landon get fired? Does Charles fire Landon? Who knows? Let's kind of break down what happened, all right? Charles is distraught after the whole losing Candace thing, reminiscing on the fact that all the people in his previous life as Chuck, even his mother and his, army buddies and friends and whatnot, look at him differently because, well, he's Charles now, president-elect, future president of the United States. And he just lost someone who made him feel kind of like himself again when Candace pretty much refused to help herself or let anybody else in. And because of that, he was willing to drink and offered Landon, something to drink as well. Landon's like, I'm on duty. And it's like, don't act like we haven't done this before, which is true. Those two have actually drank together a lot. After getting pretty much so drunk he can barely make it to his own bed, Charles accepts Landon's help, just to get himself onto the bed, struggling to even get undressed. Landon is finally able to take off his shoes. Remember, that was been like a little running thing, at least 3 or 4 times he's offered to take off his shoes. Charles refused and is like, look, if you aren't even able to let somebody take off your shoes, you're not going to be very comfortable as the next president, where people will be wanting to wait on you hand and foot. So him being able to take off the shoes, I believe he even helped Charles take off his button up and his wife beater and everything. It's like, oh, you go to the gym a lot or whatever. And it's like, yeah, just to get my mind off things. Then from there, taking off the belt, and Charles pretty much falls back and says, I will do anything, just for to get my mind off of Candace for 1 second. And Landon goes, well, I think I know how to do that, sir. Oh, go ahead, Landon, I'll do anything. I'll accept anything. Then he pretty much slowly goes to unbutton and unzip Charles's pants, and then boom, what the are you doing? It's like, oh, get out now. Oh man, I can't believe it. Yeah, that's pretty much what happened there. So in the next episode, we have a brief scene in the preview where, it looks like a couple of people are in Charles's room. Landon, another guy, then a young lady. Pretty much Charles asked the room to be cleared and then Landon to stay. And then the only other thing we see from that is Charles literally punching him in the face. So most likely, this was a brief staff meeting that is something that needs to be done. But then it's like, okay, we need to talk about what happened last night. And I think that Landon is going to get another glimpse, if you will, as to why Charles is called Chucky by, some of his other staff members in the campaign camp. So I will admit that Landon is probably going to get, effed up, but not in the way that he wanted to. Because the question is, and look, I don't even know how to even get into this because of the climate we're in, but is this sexual harassment? I don't know. It's hard to tell because Landon was on duty, but then his boss made him, have a few drinks. But then after that, it turned into, Landon being able to take off Charles's clothes. But then it pretty much went into, okay, this dude is about to go down on me. So it's hard to tell who's in it right here. That's all I'm going to say with that. But Charles didn't say if you didn't have a drink with me, you're fired. So I guess that's one thing. But Landon just took things way too far. Now, what will Charles do? Because believe it or not, despite everything, Landon seems to be the best he is at what he does, thanks to Maggie Day's tutelage. But will Charles actually fire him? I don't know. Just the way he sounded when he asked everybody to leave the room except for Landon, he obviously sounded agitated. So it definitely seems like, during this staff meeting, while things are, being, progressive, like talking about numbers, yada, 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 he's probably still, you know, unable to just be in the same room with Landon, remembering what almost happened the night before. So the question is he fired? I want to throw this out there. I don't think that Landon is fired. I think that Charles is angry, not just at Landon for what he attempted to do, but if you remember several episodes ago, you had one of Charles's other staff members saying, you know Landon's gay, right? And he's probably into you. Wait, what? Yeah, we hang out. I mean, yeah, we just hang out late at night talking and whatnot, but we, it's just as friends. Like, if he was gay, trust me, I know. So if you ask me, I think that Charles punching Landon is a mixture of frustration at himself for not being as good a judge of character as he thought he was, because he wasn't able to identify that, one, Landon was gay, two, that Landon was into him, and then also on top of that, the fact that he almost got taken advantage of, and him with his personality definitely seems more like the domineering type in a relationship. So I feel like that punch or whatever he does to Landon is a mixture of all those things and more. But I think he recognizes that Landon is essential to success. But on top of that, this is going to be a message like, if you ever try that shit with me again, oh man, you're just lucky you got off this easy this time. That's my thought process with this. And if anything, this might actually push him back into Candace. We'll just have to wait and see. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Why do you think Charles is hitting Landon? Do you think Landon loses his job? Remember that video I did a few weeks ago about, will the Malones kill Landon? I think he's more concerned about what Charles will do. So let me know your thoughts on this subject. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll talk to you soon. Congratulations on making it to the end of this video. If you like what you saw, be sure to hit that thumbs up button, as well as leaving your thoughts in the comment section below so we can keep the conversation going. On the left hand side of the screen, you should see a picture of Jeffrey Harrington. You can click on him in order to subscribe, but also hit the bell notification icon. That way you don't miss out on any new content. Also, you should see some videos appearing on the screen as well that I'm pretty sure you'll enjoy if you enjoyed the one you just saw. But also, be sure to follow me on social media such as Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Links to all my social media will be in the description below. And in order to help this channel hit 100,000 subscribers, I'm going to need your help. So make sure to share this video as well as the channel around with all of your friends on your own social media. But once again, thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you all in the next video.